We have some major breaking news about Trump and Epstein. Real emails released by House Oversight Democrats that reveal what Epstein himself was saying about Donald Trump. In these emails, Epstein writes to Ghislaine Maxwell in 2011, calling Donald Trump, and I quote, the dog that hasn't barked. He claims a woman whose name was redacted to protect her identity spent hours at my house with him. That was a quote. He also wrote that Trump knew about the girls, apparently referring to young women in Epstein's circle. Now, we don't know the full context, and Trump didn't send or receive these emails, but that phrase, knew about the girls, carries some weight. Epstein had already been convicted by this point of soliciting a minor for sex. His whole world revolved around manipulating and exploiting vulnerable young women. So when he says someone knew about the girls, he's not talking about a friendly social circle. He is talking about his criminal operation. And let's be clear, Trump has denied any wrongdoing. He says he cut Epstein out decades ago and even banned him from Mar-a-Lago for being, I think the quote was, a creep. I don't believe that personally. But these emails paint a very different picture of how Epstein saw that relationship. I mean, in one message, he wrote that Trump asked Ghislaine to stop suggesting Trump knew about the recruitment of young women and intervened only when it crossed into his own territory. I mean, this is why documents matter. This is why the Epstein files matter, okay? These emails weren't written for the public. They were private notes between people who operated in the shadows, okay? Talking about power, control, access, and they were obtained after the House Democrats subpoenaed Epstein's estate, which turned over 23,000 documents, by the way, that are still being reviewed. Okay, these are only a very small piece. They reopen a very old question. How many powerful people helped protect Epstein? Or simply, I mean, look the other way, which is just as bad, if not worse. All right, because this is not just about Donald Trump. It's about a system that let a sex trafficker cultivate friendships with presidents, princes, and CEOs. A system where money and status were enough to shield you from accountability until it wasn't. Even now, Trump's own Justice Department has refused to release more files on the Epstein case. And get the official line, guys, all right? They stand by the conclusion of suicide and see no reason to disclose any additional information. That is what they're saying. And that is ridiculous, okay? But that position from the same administration that's been so quick to declassify and target political enemies is raising an eyebrow in both parties' directions. So if nothing else, these emails remind us that Epstein's network didn't vanish when he died. I mean, the people who enabled him, protected him, and profited from his access still hold power, still hold memories. And every time a new set of documents surfaces, that power network gets a little more exposed. Okay, and there's a reason the House Oversight Committee is pushing to unseal the full set of files. There's a reason the public is demanding transparency. And we have to remember we cannot stop asking, we cannot stop demanding. Because there's a reason why people in both parties quietly want this story buried. Epstein's emails don't prove Trump committed a crime, but they do prove that even from behind bars, Epstein still believed he had leverage over some of the most powerful men in the world. And that should really terrify every American who still believes in, I don't know, equal justice under law. Release the files.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected and informed to the stories that matter, the people that matter, and most importantly, the truth. The thing that is so hard to find right now. And just so you guys know, I do the best that I can to answer the comments. So I really hope to see you guys in there.